Hello, how are you?
Hello? We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Welcome back to my channel. You know exactly why you came here, so this intro is going to be very much short and sweet. We are going to look at my mid-year bullet journal. Is that the right way to say that? Mid-year bullet journal check-in, that kind of thing? Mid-year bullet journal update? Yeah, we'll go with that. You're watching my mid-year bullet journal update. Little confession very quickly. I started my bullet journal in May. However, I have done a lot since then in my bullet journal. I am hooked, addicted, so we're going to jump right into it. There is a decent amount for you to look at, so don't click off. I love you millions and I hope you enjoy. This is my third time attempting to film this video. You really wouldn't think it would be that difficult, but clearly I still don't know how to work a camera. My throat is now hurting. It was already hurting when I started filming this, but oh gosh, here we are. Right, I'm just going to jump into it. Hopefully this being third time's the charm will teach me that I need to stop rambling and get on with it. So here, this notepad is very special to me. When I actually got given this a little over a year ago by my mum, and it was so pretty and sweet that I knew I had to save it for something special. And I soon realised that that would be you guys. I can't thank you enough for me being able to have this space where I can rant about my writing, the books that I read, English literature, language, all of that. And I also want to thank you very quickly for your support in my last video. I did not expect to get 80 views on that. I honestly thought it would be one of my less successful videos because it's quite different and it's something I'm very passionate about. But yeah, thank you guys. This is basically a bullet journal, planner, reading journal. So here I've got be kind, work hard, writing, reading, filming. That is what this planner is all about for me. I blur this out because that's my YouTube ideas and I want to keep you guys surprised. I have my habit tracker. This was so satisfying to do. Clearly the thing that I've not been good at for the last few months is working out. That has been one of the reasons that I've been is because of my chronic illness. It has not been a fun few months for me for many reasons other than that. But here I am. I have been working hard for you guys as I've been filming a lot, reading and writing could look a bit better, but honestly I'm still happy with what I have done. Been active on social media, all in all, so far so good. Then we have my first weekly spread. This was really fun. I really enjoyed doing my first weekly spread and I was able to see that I mainly just need one page for a weekly spread as there's a lot of empty space going on here. You will see that I do Bible reading each day. I'm a Christian and that's very important to me, so that's going to be a reoccurring thing that you will notice in my journal. Next page, I love this. I've spoken about this before in a previous reading journal. This was what made me realise just how creative I can be with this space of mine and I love it. Here we have the June calendar spread. This was really fun and this has forced me to practice my calligraphy, like joining the letters, and I do love that styling a lot. I should do it more and I think I will. Next page obviously is the opening page from the front door. I was going to put all the books I read in June in this, but I just basically didn't get around to updating it and I'm not going to. I don't have time for that. And here, my next weekly spread. I loved doing this little idea of like the Dutch door, pouring the tea and the coffee. That was just, it was really fun for me to do and I love it. It's honestly, doing these cutouts is just giving me an excuse to feel like a kid again with like picture books and stuff. I love it. I'm not even going to apologise. Here I have bingo. It's more like a productive bingo. I don't know why I didn't fill in read a book because clearly I have. I think I was thinking of the mindset of like read a book in one sitting, but as a slow reader I don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, I've done a lot of productive stuff this month. I've reached 50, well in June I reached 50 subscribers, I did writing, I posted on TikTok, learned something new, I wrote at my writing desk, lots of things. Writing at a cafe, I'm going to do that very soon as that is one of my favourite things to do. I love writing in a cafe. That is one of my top happy places along with book shopping. This spread right here, these two, made me realise that I enjoy a busy spread more than something that's open plan. This helps me to see exactly how much I do through the week, and it just makes me feel
not so much like a failure.
Even though I'm chronically ill and I can't work, but never mind. I really like doing this, and sunflowers are my favourite flower. I know that sounds like a proper basic cliche thing to say, that you know sunflowers are my favourite flower, but if you didn't know, sunflowers follow the sun as it moves through the sky, and when it gets dark they close up at night. And that made me, when I learnt that, I took it quite symbolically in that as people we should probably follow the light and what is good for us and close ourselves off to things that are dark and not important and that we don't need. And since I learnt that about sunflowers, every time I see them I think of that. I think of being aware of what's good for you and what isn't. And I love sunflowers for that. Here I have my ideal schedule. I did not spell schedule right. That is supposed to be D-U-L-E, not this. But I digress. My ideal schedule. I thought it would be fun to lay this out because then I can see, I can see a plan in motion. And I have done this ideal schedule many times. I did it, I don't manage to do it every week, as you can imagine. Getting up at 5 AM for someone who is genuinely unwell all the time is not easy in the slightest, but nevertheless, on my good days, I do manage to do it. And yeah, I thought it would be fun to do a video on my ideal schedule, like following it. Maybe that's an idea. Here I have my July goals. I still can't believe that I've nearly achieved 2 of these already, and it's only the 5th right now. I'm only 2 subscribers away from 60 on YouTube, reach 100 views on YouTube. My last video was a big success, and I'm really close to achieving 100 views on that video, and I think I will. And it's just mental to me that I barely ever write my goals down, and this worked. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of like psychological trick going on with this working, because it works for loads of people. Get up at 5 AM 3 times in July, make money from YouTube. That's a very far-fetched one, but it's fun to write it down. Read 5 physical books, only spend 50 quid this month. I doubt I'll even spend 50 quid, but it's just, yeah. Budgets are important. Then here we have my writing tracker and my reading tracker. I need to update this as it's looking a tad bare, and we have started July. It's good to see this side by side. As a writer, writing and reading, in my opinion, are equally as important. What you do with both is very important, and to see how much I do of these is very good so that I can balance where I need to shift my priority, and if I'm doing too much reading and not enough writing, I can see that, and that's really good for me. I love this next section so much. I have here my July calendar. This was just really simple and nice to do. Like, it wasn't stressful having to draw this, except for the butterflies. I can't draw butterflies for the life of me, so please don't look at them. But the clouds, the purple, I love it. Very clean. really enjoyed doing that. And here, this truly is my pride and joy. You can clearly see that this is the windowsill, teapot, coffee, book, candle, all the things that make a bookworm happy. And in the background, I did cutouts of the window. This is Percy. I drew his markings, and this is now gonna be like, yeah, I feel like I need to frame this. Like, this is so much more now than just a drawing. We don't live in the countryside, we live in a council estate, but I would love to live in the countryside one day, and it would be my dream to look out the window and see Percy amongst a field. Maybe one day. Another weekly spread. I am going to blur a lot of this out because I've got notes of my upcoming YouTube video. So yeah, but I do like that I put the weather here, and this is a very colourful layout. Yeah, I really like doing this, but again it made me realise that there's a lot of wasted negative space going on here, and I want to change that. I prefer a busy spread. This, very satisfying, loved doing this, and I am going to do this spread again. I don't feel like I've wasted space in this. I love that. And here I have my book spread in 2024. Here is 130 spaces, books, 130 books. I'm not going to read 130 books, but I wanted to fill the bookshelf. So if I could just read to here, I think that's about 70 books, that would be awesome. But it was just really nice to do this, and so far this year I have read 19 books. Not many, but I have a life, I have my reasons, and here we are. This month has actually been very successful, and I'm looking forward to talking about it. I love this weekly spread. Even though it looks like negative space, I had so much fun drawing this. Here we've got a little envelope, and I've got dreams written on this. I think when I get to this week, I'm going to write down my dreams, put them in this little envelope, because this is honestly just adorable, and I think I'm going to seal it and maybe open it in like a year's time. I think that would be really fun, so let me know what you think about that. Here I have a mood tracker. I have blurred this out because it's very personal to what I'm going through right now in my life, but you guys get the gist. I don't need to explain to you because we are all for boundaries, healthy boundaries on the internet. Here I have my reading goal. This was basically, the reason for me doing this was basically just to lay out the space so I can see exactly, more clearly, the number of books I have read. I have 115 spaces, just filling up the space with this. It's fun to see it. I loved doing this. I love the combination of the green, yellow, and the calligraphy on the board caps, and doing this more often has made me realise that I really like that kind of writing. I should practice it. I really like it. I don't think you guys are ready for the next spread. I've just returned the page back because you need a minute to prepare yourself for how bright this is. If you look carefully, you can see that colour has bled through the page. That doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, well, that's your problem because it's not your reading journal, it's mine. So yeah, yeah. Are you ready? I don't think you are. Here we are. Boom. Orange, yellow, purple, brown. Deal with it. This is like a coffee themed weekly spread. Again, I love doing this. This isn't necessarily inspired from a spread that I saw. I just picked up little coffee ones on Pinterest and then just kind of threw it all together on a page. Does it look cool? I think it does. You may well think it's the most hideous weekly spread you have ever seen, but it's a good job it's not yours and it's mine. I love doing this. This was really fun. I have my priorities written there, to-do list, doodle of a coffee cup, coffee beans. I don't really know what I'm going to put here, but I've left it blank. I might just use that for notes that I need to write down for the week. But yeah, I really like that. And the next page, which is filled, you're going to have to see in my next video. And yeah, I will leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed looking at this as much as I did, because I think this is marvellous. Yeah, thank you for watching this. I love you millions, and I will see you in my next video.